Welcome back, everybody, to the OWCS World Finals here from Stockholm. We've had some insane games to kick things off, and the vibes in here have been amazing, but we have something really special for you guys. I'm Matt Mr. X, joined by the amazing devs of the Overwatch team for a special developer update, game director Aaron Killer, and lead gameplay designer Alec Dawson. How you guys doing?
Good, good. Thanks for having us. Hi, everyone.
DreamHack's been awesome so far.
Yeah, DreamHack's been awesome. Aaron, you told me that Old Town actually exists, so I was actually able to prove that that exists earlier on the show.
Pretty cool place.
We're lined up on that. But you guys are here with some really special news, right?
Yes, we are. So earlier this week, we introduced Hazard to everyone, and we had his story trailer. We released a comic for him, and Hazard is this bold and brash character. He has this really over-the-top personality, and you can also see this in his gameplay. He has this really aggressive play style, but it's also really versatile. He is this dual-role tank that can kind of do a lot of different things. And with all of this, like what we're really hoping is that we've spiked everybody's interest, because we've brought something along today that we would like to show.
Yeah, I believe Stockholm, get ready. We have a trailer, the first ever gameplay of Hazard. Let's take a look.
Let's go on then! Yowdy! We could all use a little anarchy. Time to take what's ours. Coming through! Hazard here. Who called? Come on! Let's take out the rubbish. Boom! Tell me someone saw that. Let's show them something special. Pure dead brilliant. Out cold.
Mecha activated.
You can't stop me! Yes! Won that one! The best defense! Stabbing! Command get it, laddie heeds! I'll give you a slap! Oi oi!
Enemies in the doorway.
Tear it down!
Fall back!
Hold still, would you? Guns blazing, teeth bared. Shreddy! Thanks for staying put. You know I'm the best.
Oh man, Hazard looks incredible. Alec, do you want to walk us through a little bit of the play style and just kind of the inspiration where it came from?
Yeah, Hazard's this hybrid brawl/dive tank. A lot of his abilities are actually offensive and defensive abilities. You know, I think you saw there when he was hunking over with the spikes. He's having damage resistance during that, but also doing damage in front of him. One of the best things about Hazard, though, is how he interacts with the map terrain. You know, he was vaulting, climbing on the wall, shooting the wall into ceilings and walls and everywhere, so that's really awesome. He can get around everywhere.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how players kind of interact with the different map terrain and especially around that wall. But why don't you just walk us through some of all the abilities in his kit so everybody gets a better understanding of what it means?
Yeah, as I said, the bread and butter of his kit is going to be this jagged wall. That's going to be something you're going to be able to block off chokes with. It's going to be really good for your mobility. It's the thing that defines Hazard as a tank. It's the tool that he always has at his disposal, right? And then his Violent Leap and Vault are really where his mobility shines. He's able to violently jump and then hit his ability again to then slash. So he does a lot of damage, knocks back some folks as well. And Vault, that's just a passive that he has. It's kind of like a wall climb, a little bit shorter because he's a big guy. But he's able to use that. He can climb his own wall, climb little ledges. When you use all three of those together, you know, he can be an absolute menace.
Yeah, and that wall, it's so fun to use because you can put it on any surface. So it can pop out of a vertical wall. You can put it on a ceiling. It does damage to the enemy team. So it's something that's totally unique. And something that he can get really creative with when he's moving around the map.
Is the wall like a placeable, like a May wall, or is it like a projectile?
It's a projectile.
Oh,
so you can shoot wherever you want, and then it will spawn there once it actually reaches that place.
Like Genji's out there looking for
you can deflect
TikTok clip.
Diva can eat it too, so you know.
Yeah, the defense matrix as well. So Bone Spur. That's the primary fire. How does the gun really work?
Okay, so his primary fire, the weapon, Bone Spur, it's this mid-range shotgun, and what it does is it fires like this burst of spikes. And so we think that Hazard's going to be a bit better at poke than somebody like Roadhog or Junker Queen, but his sweet spot still is just like up close and personal gameplay. And like an example of that is another one of his abilities, Spike Guard. And so with Spike Guard, he kind of goes into like a defensive mode. He hunkers down, and it reduces damage from the front, and it like pretty drastically reduces it. And then at the same time, he'll be shooting homing spikes at all nearby enemies.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's like what you were talking about, Alec, where it's kind of the merge of defensive and offensive abilities.
Yeah, and when he's actually using Spike Guard, he's reloading his ammo. So a lot of things what you want to do if Hazard in a fight, you shoot a bunch and then you dive in, you then use Spike Guard, regenerate some of the ammo, go back to primary fire, then back to Spike Guard. So you have to be really cycling through his abilities pretty well. You can sustain yourself.
And then I'm sure everybody wants to know about the ultimate. Well, what's Hazard's ultimate? It looked crazy there.
Yeah, that's Downpour. So it's this big area in front of you, shoots down this rain of spikes. It goes through ceilings, goes through walls. Anyone caught in that will then be rooted in place. So they can't move, they can't use movement abilities. They're kind of a sitting duck at that point for Hazard.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 seconds in Overwatch time, Aaron, that feels like an eternity.
It's forever. And to reiterate what Alex said, it goes through walls. So it'll go to an interior, it'll go anywhere.
You're going to see players like with lineups and stuff, people coming out of spawn, getting all set up like around corners.
Okay, it won't go into spawn.
No. Hey, don't you say there's going to be some people who do throw it in there, and hopefully we don't get teamed up with those people.
Dragon, this, everything.
How do you guys envision like players, using the hero, the playstyle as it moves forward?
Yeah, you have to be pretty active with Hazard's abilities, right? So you want to be constantly using his vault, constantly using his leap, and getting around everywhere on the map. Like you can go position-wise, you can be pretty disruptive. So you're jumping backlines. You're not going to be frontlining a lot, but there are some maps where he's capable of that, and that's because of the wall. You can really block off some of those really hard chokes. I would say like Clash on Anubis in particular, like right at that middle point. If you have like Hazard and Mei together, you can alternate the walls. It can be pretty tough to get through.
I think you're going to see some nasty combos. People start to play with it, mess around and whatnot, but guys, here today, we're going to have a little bit of a treat. We're actually going to have a show match with Hazard being played live for you in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look at that Hazard comic one more time.
Alright, my name is Connor McLeod and I voice Hazard in Overwatch 2. Today I'm reading Tear It Down. Let's get into it. We exist in a web of systems, built by the powerful, meant to help people, treat them all the same. When I was a wee and the system was all I had, all any of us had. But it pitted us against each other, which is the idea. That's what they want. Mum and Dad's cheque from the OVA kept food on the table. But when you're broken by war, by the crisis, you need more than food. Mum learned that the hard way. Twined a lot when I was barely 4. And the system doesn't care a whit for your mind, your soul, only your body. Just as it feeds you, you feed it. I see that now. Didn't then. I just wanted out so bad. Education will open doors, they said, and military service would pay for uni. I thought I finally made it. I was so keen to please. Convinced myself that the system protected me, cared for me. Until it didn't. They said I was lucky to be alive. Hard to feel lucky through all that pain.
Reporting live from Glasgow, where an unidentified ship shot down an Overwatch jet. The most recent estimates indicate 14 dead and more than 50 injured.
They offered meds, base model cybernetics, a monthly check to forget what happened.
A clean-up effort is underway, led by Commander Morrison, who gave a moving speech to those affected.
They didn't care why it happened. Didn't care to stop it from happening again either. But I heard about folks who did. I heard you do mods.
Shut it up there, kid. You try to bring the cops down on us.
Freaks. The people the system told us to fear. The technology they made illegal. But the system is wrong. Dead wrong. With body mods, they could take away my pain. Not just the physical, all of it. They helped me realise I'd never been alone. I just hadn't found my people. We were a family. Something I'd never really had before. The world had left its mark on them, but they held the system accountable. Because a system that treats everyone like a number isn't just a system. It's a prison. And the freaks could help set us free. Not just the fools with money or connections. All of us.
Finally, some good news. Freaks attacking a research facility were thwarted in Morocco this week, all thanks to predictive surveillance and crime modelling developed in partnership with OWCS Scientific Collective.
That's another crew gone. Those are our friends. And we're just sitting here doing nothing. No, we're not. What's that then? Something OWCS doesn't want anyone to have. They've the nerve to strike at us. And they're daft enough to tell us exactly where to find them. Not the brightest move. We're going to take their most powerful weapon and use it against them. These Gradies are pure brilliant. We will fix this broken world. Even if we have to tear it all down. That was a fun ride. Thanks for tuning in. Leave us a comment, let us know what you're most excited to see from Hazard and his crew.
All right, folks, what did you think of Hazard? That's pretty damn cool. Listen, as a Halo nerd, I just saw some Needler spikes, and that looks awesome. So I'm really all about this, and I found my new main. I'm excited. All right, folks, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna be seeing some of your favorite creators across all of Overwatch coming out to the stage here, but they're gonna be led by two brave souls. So let's go ahead and bring out these two squads. We got Team Jake and Team Reinforce. Fun fact, Johnny comes from a small fishing village right here in Sweden. That's right. He's a hometown hero. Oh, wait, we're doing a little handhold there. Oh no. Oh, dear. Oh, we're going back for round two. Oh, heavens me. Wow. Good job, yes. That's a dance move for the ages. Jake, Reinforce, why don't you guys go ahead and come up here real fast by the trophy. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get some trash talk going, you know. Good for the soul, good for the body. Don't die, please. We kind of need you for the rest of the show. All right. Standing next to Johnny again, so I look like it. Wait, what are you doing? No. Oh, come on. Who's this? What? Oh, that's the one that Nightmare built, actually. Yeah. You gotta get on that. Gotta stand on it. You know, it might be a hazard.
It's IKEA. It's trustworthy.
It's IKEA?
Yeah, it's IKEA. You trust that stuff.
Okay, that's right. Okay. Well then, Jake, this is a precarious position we find ourselves in. So you're excited about this one? You're gonna be playing Hazard for the squad?
I'm excited to play Hazard. Oh my goodness. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can survive on Hazard. Thanks for the spot, Golden Boy. Definitely crucial in this moment.
I got you, Poppy. Don't worry about it. Actually, like a gentle leap right into your arms would be quite majestic, but we'll do that in the next rehearsal. Johnny, okay, here we go. You're here, you're in front of your home crowd. Honestly, just go ahead and say some stuff to him. The floor is yours.
I'm looking forward to beating Jake for the 3rd time in a row, and then I'm gonna go have a kebab pizza.
Okay, hold on. I just gotta say real fast, that banana pizza is sacrilegious, and as a New Yorker, I'm offended. But I'm offended, yes! It's terrible. How good?
I can't speak for the banana curry pizza people. I just want the kebab.
He just wants kebab. Well, let's go ahead and get this match going. Kebab's on the line. Whoever wins buys the other, no, whoever loses buys the other person kebab. Deal? Deal? Shake on it right now. And shake him vigorously so he falls off with a stool. That'd be funny. In any case, though, let's go ahead and get this going. This didn't really last that long. A terrible shot there. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and do this bad boy. We got Team Jake, Team Reinforce. We're gonna watch Hazard for the first time, and to call it, we got Jaws and Necra.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy. Yes, Johnny has won the show match 3 times.
So many times.
Can he make it a 4th on the new Hazard?
I think so. I mean, did you not see the type of advantage he was trying to get? About to break Jake's wrist.
I was hoping he might push him off. Just maybe, that would give him the advantage. An unfair one at that, to be fair.
Very unfair.
It's going to be an exciting time here, because we also have Danny on the stage too. I mean, look, he's not playing tank this time around. I'm a little bit sad, to be honest, because his Reinhardt is pretty crazy, but I think you need someone a little bit more experienced. I'm sorry, Danny, on the tank role. Of course, Hazard, pretty aggressive kit when you look at things.
Oh, it's so aggressive, and it's so combo focused. I feel like we got 2 of the perfect people to be able to showcase Hazard, either in the best or worst ways. So you're going to learn something today, for sure.
It looks crazy combo heavy as well, especially with his ult. I mean, the devs are kind of talking about it on the desk, right? Well, if everybody's stuck in place, like a Graviton Surge, you could throw Dragon Strike in there. You can throw, literally anything in there, and people are going to die pretty damn quick. And if you're playing them in the front line, that's not really where you want to be. You want to be in the back line, on the support, shooting them in the face, making their lives miserable.
You want to be inting with this hero. Maybe that's bad advice.
I don't go that far.
But I think you should be absolutely in the back line, trying to take out some of those squishier targets and just causing absolute mayhem.
Absolute mayhem indeed. I can't wait to get this underway. First look at Hazard live gameplay here at OWCS DreamHack in Stockholm. It's going to be a good time. We've got some special games coming up later as well, of course, those lower brackets, but this one is going to be one for the ages, that is for sure. I mean, if Johnny can run this one again, 4 matches in a row against Jake.
We're never going to hear the end of it.
Bruised ego, to say the very least.
I think that's going to be something that Johnny just talks about forever after that point.
He hasn't stopped talking about the 3rd time he won against Jake, so it's going to continue over and over every single year. But let's load in the Hazard show match. Team Jake versus Team Reinforce. We're going over to Oasis City Center will be the first stage.
Very exciting to be able to see this on a control map. I feel like this is where we get a chance to actually see Hazard really shine. This is going to be fast gameplay. It's going to be very chaotic, and so I cannot wait to see what they are going to do with this hero.
Oh, yes.
Look how cool he looked.
I mean, almost matching perfectly there with the Life Weaver as well. The pink and the purple go very well together. Of course, Team Jake, Toniki, Henry, Jake, SK, and Boga for Team Johnny, Poco, J3, Reinforce, Illusion, and Danny Boy in the backline. Gates are open. Hazards are on the field. Boga running out with the Life Weaver of all things. Doing another unranked GM, I'm sure. Practicing.
A lot of different ways to be able to access that high ground for sure, as well as maybe even keep SK safe. There's so much speed. Henry's already gotten a big pick on a J3.
And no one was surprised to see Jay die first. Henry with a nice little pick. Team Johnny. Turn tail and running right now. Jake right up in the back line, exactly where he needs to be. Don't beat up my boy Danny. Danny does manage to get out of there. Nice little speed from him as well. Jake hits the violent lead to get out of there. He puts up a small wall, jagged wall, to make sure none of his team were getting shot on the exit as Team Jake capped that point first.
Now they just got to get back in there. Johnny's ready to go though. You see his game face? He's calming.
He's almost too tall for the camera as well, which is quite funny. Little spike guard, but Johnny to enter the point. No, Chaston Boga really low, hits the pedal. J3 ends up getting revenge on Henry, and Reinforce just trying his hardest to kill Boga. Eventually takes him down, but unfortunately for him, I think the rest of his team is just getting destroyed right now. SK, Jake, and Tunic, they're pretty low on the point. And J3 should be able to clean this one up. Can't hit post bombs, but he's hitting the pistol shots at least. As Team Johnny looking like they're going to be able to cap the point.
Oh, look at that. Nice life grip there. Coming through clutch from Boga to make sure that Jake can get out with that 10 HP.
Downpours are coming up as well. Reinforce so close, that pulse bomb hitting Jake, and Jake hitting that block to try and get away. That spike guard giving you about 80% damage reduction there, so unfortunately for Jake, it wasn't quite enough. A rare connection over the pulse bomb.
I'm excited to see this downpour, though. Johnny's going to be first up to have this ultimate go.
He's ready. I'm wondering if he's going to go super quick. Jake's a little bit too far behind. He's 75% in building. Of course, Team Johnny can just play on the point here, but here he comes. The downpour comes in. Jake, SK, they're in the front line. They just absolutely destroyed. Downpour there from Johnny was perfect. Hits the spike guard as well as they try and push towards the spawn. And there falls Henry. Not sure Boga's going to be able to get out of this one. Oh, not quite. Johnny, yeah, he wants to win this fourth Showmatch in a row.
Yeah, Johnny's playing to win, that is for sure. We're going to get a chance to see Jake fire back another downpour of his own, though. That's going to be exciting. And you've got that blade to be able to pair with it as well.
Let's get a quick Team Jake listening, though. Blade, downpour available for both the Genji and the Hazard.
Venture.
No walls.
I start capping.
Juno can die.
Shoot Hazard. Point.
Juno's booped. Get her. Nice. Oh, large man on me.
Wait, can I block his ult LOS with my ult?
No, it goes through walls.
No, there's nothing. You can't block it. You can't block it. It goes through everything. I have my ult. I can maybe set up. I'm gonna try to get Ana with it.
Yeah,
I go with Blade. I follow with Blade. Yeah. I'll try to look for my ult. I'm gonna hold. We can like beat defensively and then go.
Yeah. I'll
They're gonna
hold
be baiting our ult.
All left.
Looking for pulse up top. No re.
I have to drop.
I'm poking you, Jake. I can ult them inside, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I'm gonna chill.
I'm one of dead. They're on top, go for it. Alright. Oh, okay, we're done.
We're just gonna save ult here. I just stall.
God, Jake is the cheesiest guy I know. He's trying to stall for as long as possible, putting up that Jagger board to stay alive. Jake does end up going down,
for
though.
the next map.
Well, maybe, yeah. Team Jake are going to go in. Jake receives that sound barrier from SK, but he's trapped in place, staying with Johnny. Both of them throwing down that downpour. Might as well call it a storm. Danny, unfortunately, falling. Good stick, but Henry, with a nice roll, denies Jay the pulse bomb. Down a boost on to Johnny now as he tries to find targets in the back line. Does get a little bit of damage down on the Genji with that spike guard, but it's all SK and Boga right now. The backline duo for Team Jake, cleaning up Team Johnny as we approach OT.
It's going to be another fight. There's not a whole lot for either of these teams to work with, though, so it's going to be down to just raw mechanical skill. We saw Poco pick up 2 very quick picks onto the Venture, now going over to the Genji.
Please, Johnny.
Oh, that hack!
Please, Johnny. Jake's ego, it's too big. We cannot give him a win here. It has to be a 4-0. I'm not rooting for anyone. I promise. Quick spawn door touch here for Jake. They chase down Poco. No Venture, unfortunately, for Poco. Sad to see, honestly. I was hoping he'd stick on it. He did quite well with it before. Henry even jumping over to the Sombra to try and go back to the point in time. He kills Danny. Danny caught out. Reinforced now, jumping to the back, gets manually hacked as Boga's going to be the target. A nice little spike guard there in the corner as the Jagger Ball is going to protect the rest of Reinforced's body. Rather bulky is Hazard, but Johnny's hacked on the point with no abilities to use. And there he goes down as Team Jake. They're going to be able to get this point flip. Danny spawned. I'm sure the speed ring has been used already, but he can't get it back. As Team Jake take the first round.
Look at that cheeky little smile. Jake's like, yeah, I got this. That was me.
He knows what he's done, and that is bully Danny.
Poor Danny.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, straight into round number 2. City Center now.
Hazard's good on every map, it feels like. You have
Peep
good
this
access
rollout.
to the high ground.
Okay. Let's get a POV on SK. So she's got an insane rollout.
SK is the GOAT, Lucio. Absolute GOAT.
Of course, SK and Boga both played on a... oh, wait, the car rollout?
Wait.
Is it possible? Oh! Okay.
Never mind.
Look, you
Caught in
miss
4K.
every chance you don't take, and unfortunately, she succumbed to the car. And the prod, even prod, is wondering what just happened. Okay, normal rollout for SK now. We're all good.
It almost worked.
Almost worked. It's okay, the point didn't unlock.
No, it's all good. It's like it never happened.
Exactly.
We got double wall here. Poco going for the May. Reinforced, of course, still on the Hazard. Lots of ways to get people stuck in between these needles in a hard place.
Building terrain on the point. They built a little house.
We're actually playing Minecraft now.
Yeah, actually, yeah. J3 and Illusion end up falling first. Johnny attempting to stay alive here. Maybe some of his team can find a pick. I mean, Poco's already got one, but does end up succumbing to Jake. And oh, come on, man. Really? Really? He has to see him in the green room later as well. Check your coffee, Johnny, just in case. Or Jake, sorry. Check your coffee. Come here, will you? What is this?
The life grip onto the pedal platform. It's a new rollout tech. It's a new rollout tech. Watch.
1 HP. Nade it. Oh! Unlucky.
Never
Again,
mind.
you miss every shot you don't take. So, good job. Should be able to get back quick. All good. All right, Team Johnny. We've got Poco on the Mei. A bit more of a cheese strat. I expected this from Jake's team, to be honest, going full hardcore meta kind of comps.
Henry's gonna pulse bomb. I'm ready to see this fly.
Can he get it better than Jay? I think he's already dead. I mean, pulse bomb does go a little bit wide. Oh, nice hit grenade from Jay. Quick headshot too. Team Johnny. All right, coming back into this one. Now this Blizzard too. I mean, downpour with Blizzard, you are rooted, and then you cannot do anything.
Downpour with High Noon, though. Everybody's just going to be stuck in place.
Yeah.
Makes the heads even easier to click already without the auto aim.
Exactly. I mean, touch the skybox challenge.
Come on, third time's the charm.
Yeah, here we go. Roll out. SK joining the rest of her team. We've got the sound barrier as well. So Jake there playing on a nice little off angle.
No, really, really hard. Oh, dang, it's stuck.
Instantly killed. Illusion's nade didn't even manage to save Jay there and actually pays the price for it. Team Johnny only getting about, what, 37% or so. Although Poco has still got the Blizzard. Not sure he wants to use it just yet. Just save it for the next fight. You're all good. Johnny taken down. And eventually, Poco as well.
Got a couple more downpours ready to go. And taking a look at Jake's team, he's playing so far forward. Definitely can with this. You got the Blade. That'll be really nice to be able to pair with that downpour as well from Taniki.
Oh, sound barrier in. There you go. There's both downpours. Everything's rooted in place pretty much, but Jake in the front line. Those spikes just raining hell, but J3 comes up big. A 2K with the Deadeye. Make that a third, which is the regular revolver. Quickly finished off, though, by the Genji, but I think he's done enough damage. Oh, the reflection. But Johnny's there. Perfect stuff there from Team Johnny. Everybody died except for him, so surely Johnny wins it.
Oh, but SK's going to come in and stall. That is going to be one slippery Lucio.
Yeah, good luck. Ain't no way. Oh, even like your tower, okay. They're not going to let this flip go either, I'd imagine. I mean, SK's right there, yeah. You just got to keep the Lucio alive. Can it go down? Blade's been popped as well. Nice little deflect with a sleep hit from Illusion. Danny used the orbital ray on the point there as Henry and SK come up with kills for Team Jake. Jake is getting focused though by Team Johnny. That orbital ray from Danny Boy does manage to get in there and get the job done. That's the governor.
Jeez, Johnny almost like completely one-shot his DPS.
See you later.
Looking real good right now. I mean, Johnny's got to actually get his act together. They're going to have to win this next fight in order to get to this next round, or Jake's going to win.
All over. Nice little wall there for Stall. Jake now jumping in. Target is Johnny. Walls him off as well. Now turning his sights to Poco. Just end up getting naded in the front line. A lot of that focus fire coming in, but that spike guard, that 80% damage resistance, keeping him alive in the fight. Jay playing a little bit of a defense there with his support, just hanging out. I mean, I'm not sure what Henry was thinking. Ends up falling over to the Deadeye and a nano on J3. He'll eventually get kills now. Nice little fan the hammer. And now he spotted Boga in the front line, who's already taken care of too. Illusion Danny dead. How does Boga kill people on Life Weaver like that? Not entirely sure, but it is Team Johnny with the round. SK, she hits another nice little rollout, but will it actually be enough to stay alive? Doesn't look like it, as Poco easily focusing down the Lucio. Oh.
I thought Henry was going to be able to get a really big carry performance there. So close.
It's kind of a cool use too at the very end. If you have that downpour, people want to touch for OT, it goes through walls, right? Just stops them in their tracks.
That's a one strat you're going to have to take to the playbook there.
There it is. Johnny can take that to his gold games.
What rank are you?
Either Johnny. That's all that matters.
All right, well, third round. Let's go. Excited to see more Hazard gameplay.
I want to see some more Blades combo. I'm surprised we haven't seen a little bit of Hanzo, to be honest.
I feel like Dragon Strike would be like so hard. It would go so hard with that combo.
Exactly. Nice bit of verticality in this map as well, getting up that high ground. Hazard easily being able to do that.
But it's going to be the Ashes. J3 and Henry want to try to go for that long game. Got a lot of high ground they get a chance to cover with this one too.
Nice little wall, actually stops a lot of LOS for Team Jake. There's a little Volt, Johnny peeking, waiting. Looks like Team Jake, full team there, trying to dash into that mini health pack room. A nice little grab from Boga, that life grip, keeping Jake alive for a brief moment before finished off by the Frenchman.
Johnny knew exactly the plan. He understood the assignment of getting Jake out of there. Especially when you put the sleeve, you've got the wall to be able to take him down.
Danny on the Moira, not something I wanted to see, I'm going to be honest. He's promised me he'd play a Larry, but I guess he lied. I guess people lie. That's crazy.
I think the Moira is pretty good here.
Definitely getting away. Always helps. All right, quick regroup here for Team Jake as they try and make another approach.
Illusion already has Nano. That's a big deal. Nano, Hazard. Do it.
I mean, you're one-shot on the support almost, right? If you jump to the backline like that. Jake doing a lot of damage in the... Oh, and Eski's already dead. Nano available from Illusion? Do they even need it? That is the question. Sleep goes a little bit wide, but Henry claims 2 already. Now Johnny trying to hog down the point. Does end up jumping to the back, trying to deal with Henry's being such a menace. Eventually secures the kill. Jake also pretty low. A nice little violent leap into the backline yet again as both casters just look at each other. Spike guards up. Neither of them taking much damage at all. Now is Team Johnny with just the perfect defense right now, Rose.
They're looking solid. They've got the downpour coming up with the Bob, even a Blizzard coming through from Coco too. They're gonna have all the ults.
These nades are clean from Illusion. Of course, the ex-pro player, worth keeping in mind. Oh, J3 down. Not really what you want to see, and a good nade there from SK will help Kaneki kill Illusion. Slowly but surely, Team Jake coming back in. Blizzard doesn't coming out. Jake gets frozen, but immediate life grip from Boga gets him out of there. Johnny throws the ult in. Pretty much completely wasted, unfortunately.
He's just giving us extra gameplay, don't worry.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
He's throwing for the content. Downpour available from Jake now, but look at the ultimates from Team Jake. Play's still going to get pulled. Nano, in fact, straight to the back line. Tadiki has already found 3, and the Bob is going to clear up J3s, and Team Jake wiping the floor. Is Team Johnny there? Oh, good.
Usually you win the team fight if you've got like 3 ultimates, so I'm glad we saw that there from Team Jake.
Ult dumping, normally pretty good.
Yes, pretty good. Downpour, though, available for Jake still, so that will be one way that they can actually keep control of the point. They don't really have anything to combo with it, though, so I kind of wonder maybe if you go like Downpour, anti-nade from SK, something like that.
Seems like the best combo right now, that's for sure. Slowly but surely, Johnny trying to move his way in. Knows Jake has got this downpour. Everything's kind of lined up in these small chokes as well. Hazard's so tricky here. Downpour comes in, spike guard as well. Danny, oh, he's stuck in the coalescence. He's healing himself up though, so he's going to be good for the time being. But unfortunately, the DPS from Team Jake just overwhelming the backline. Jake gets out of there as well. Boga's had quite the game on Life Weaver so far. You can overextend so far if you're Hazard, if you have the Life Weaver.
Yeah, just go in and try to get as much damage as possible, especially when you're going to be able to have that big jagged wall as well as that spike guard. Final fight, though, potentially here as Team Jake keeps control of the point, looking at this big Life Weaver tree to help keep him up in this next one.
All comes out, Nano applied to reinforce. Straight to the backline, there's the grip. Onto SK, straight up to that pedal platform. Boga keeping the support duo alive. Unfortunately, looks like support's the main targets for both teams right now. Johnny is going to have to touch at some point as the blade has been pulled straight on top of the Hazard. He's just doing so much damage to him. Eventually, the Genji is fell, and Johnny stays alive. Focus fire now onto Jake, who is 1 HP, just dancing around the wall, trying to stay up, as Poco is able to get out of there, and Team Johnny are going to flip. Team Jake are now 99%.
I'm looking at these bobs. They're going to go crazy. SK also has the nano, so Team Jake, they might be able to take this one.
I think so. Nano boost onto Jake. Jake trying to get to the backline, but Poco just disappears in the blink of an eye, but Danny already goes down. Moira dead. A lot less healing now for Team Johnny to really play with, and J3 in trouble. That spike guard coming up, but J3 trying to give Jake a little kiss on the cheek, maybe. Getting a little bit too close to him, but maybe it was for the better. Jake gets grabbed back by Poco, trying to deal with Poco now in the backline. A rather pesky character to deal with that venture, but doesn't quite get out alive. Jake easily taking down Poco as OT ticks down. You got a touch. Close, almost C9 there for Team Johnny, but J3 and Danny, they're putting up the numbers, they're putting in the damage where it counts, as Team Johnny are going to be able to find the flippers. OT disappears, and Jake can't get there, and Johnny go back-to-back-to-back champion Showmatch winner.
Incredible. Johnny just can't be beat. Just absolutely can't be beat here.
You just cannot lose. Fantastic stuff from Team Reinforce. And now, he can continue to brag for yet another year. I think, though, we're going to jump down to Golden Boy on the stage with a very special guest.
Thank you so much for that, Jaws and Necra. Congratulations to Reinforce, who won again. Come on, man. Unbelievable, this guy. But he did it for the home crowd, so give it up for the hometown hero, Reinforce! I love that, man. Now, Jaws was right. We're joined here by a very special guest. Of course, this is Connor McLeod. He is the voice actor for Hazard, so give it up for Connor, folks. Joining the Overwatch family. Connor, congratulations. Has to feel like a massive accomplishment for you to be a part of a AAA franchise, be a part of this world. How's this experience been for you, man?
I don't think it's quite sunk in yet. It's like overwhelming, but in a positive way. Like where it's just like I'm just absorbing everything and just looking about and being like, wow.
Oh, well, look, we're excited to have you here. Real quick, I just want you to go ahead and just tell everyone to play Hazard really loud, okay? So let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Play Hazard! Come on, make sure you get out there and play. Because he looks freaking awesome. And that's my new main. And this is my new mate. In any case, so folks, let's send it back over to the desk to break it all down, but that was awesome.
Thanks so much, GB. Man, that was an awesome show match between Jake and Johnny. And we got to see some awesome Hazard play. I mean, what were your guys' initial thoughts?
Yeah, we got to see the combo there, I think, with the Deadeye. That was pretty great. Also, I think Reinforce, like his use of the wall, he was doing it pretty well. I think at the end, he even blocked off Jake maybe there to try to get the point. So we saw them like latching on to things pretty quickly. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was like really interesting for me as well, because like we saw lots of, we can jump into some of the highlights, a lot of different uses of like the wall and then also the block to get like extra survivability.
Yeah, and then using Spike Guard right after that. There's a lot of moments where the Hazard, just his uptime based off of his mobility and his toolkit is it's much higher than you would expect. And so like the amount of time he's able to get out with just like a small amount of health left was really cool.
Yeah, that was like one of the things that I realized when we were sitting here watching. I was like, it feels like they're always teetering on the edge of death and then somehow able to escape, Alec. Like, I think it kind of leans into like that offensive defensive thing you were talking about.
Yeah, you have a pretty low cooldown on that Violent Leap, so you want to get in and you want to like disrupt them quite a bit with Spike Guard, with the wall, and then sometimes you're like, oh, I gotta get out, back out though.
I feel bad for SK. The only highlight that isn't Hazard we showed is
the card.
The card.
I respect it, honestly.
Yeah, it's a valiant attempt.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go for it. And then the ultimate, I mean, you just saw, I think, like the tip of the iceberg with the different combos. They're trying to get J3 as many kills as he could possibly get. Blizzard throw down into it in combination. I also think, I think you were saying, like, there are opportunities for people to use it, but like it's like not inherently in your brain as an Overwatch player, so like it could go through walls. Like that'll be super interesting.
So there were some moments where it felt like a whole team was lined up, but you kind of have to have that aha moment to be like, oh, you know what? I can actually do it through this wall here. And people will get it. The more they play it, they'll just kind of like get it as muscle memory.
Yeah, and I think there's like interesting combos. Like Jack was talking about, like Hanzo could Sonic Arrow, right? And you get a good idea where everybody's lined up. Like that team can't exactly just like run away, right? Because you have Hazard. The mobility is like so strong. Get right in the mix.
Yeah, you can do some overkill of like May Ultimate too if you really want to. They're rooted and they're frozen. It's like, yeah, they're pretty much dead.
Yeah, no, I mean, Hazard looks like a ton of fun. And if I remember correctly, we have one more special announcement.
Yes, we do. So the team is really excited to announce that Hazard is currently live in-game for a trial weekend. It's going to go from now through November 25th. And actually, that match was played on our live servers. So like all of you at home can jump in and play and like try them out for yourself.
Yeah, so the trial kicks off now, and then obviously, Alec, we'll see him more.
Yeah, we'll see him again when Season 14 launches in December. So throughout the weekend, we'll be looking at how he's performing, like what sort of combos people are doing, maybe what degenerate things they're doing with Hazard and some combos, and see if there's any tweaks or tuning that we want to make before he officially launches.
Yeah, no, I know everybody's probably super stoked at home to jump in to play. Everybody here as well. I'm excited, too, to be able to jump in and play Hazard, because I just have one more block, and then I'm good to go. I can go find a computer here at the BIOC. I can get my games in. But thank you guys so much for joining us here in Stockholm and on the desk, giving this awesome developer update, a look at Hazard's gameplay for the first time. Really an awesome hero. And we're actually going to learn a little bit more about Hazard right after this break. We're going to get into some of the production narrative team coming from Team 4 up next, some awesome concept art, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Hazard right after this. Yeah, welcome back to the Hazard Developer Update live from the OWCS World Finals here at DreamHack Stockholm. And like I mentioned, we're going to get an even deeper dive into Hazard and the world that's created around Overwatch's newest hero. I'm joined by senior hero producer Kenny Hudson, lead character concept artist Daryl Tan, and senior narrative designer Jude Stacy to give us a little bit of inside scoop into the Hazard's production, art, and story. So Kenny, let's jump right into it. Heroes are not made by just one person sitting in a room, right?
No, actually, one of the coolest parts of my job as the hero producer on Team 4 is getting to build hero strike teams. And a hero strike team is basically a collection of developers from a bunch of different disciplines who, so you have like your animators, your artists, your designers, your QA, and everybody comes together and gets in a room and kind of does what's best for the hero and builds it from beginning to end. My role in that is I get to facilitate really good collaboration between a bunch of talented people. Yeah, so we're really excited to kind of dive into how Hazard was made.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things you guys have to share today in terms of the development of Hazard in general. But let's talk a little bit about the concept art, Daryl, and everything that kind of goes into that, because I'm sure the team comes with an idea like, hey, we have this awesome kit, but what does it look like?
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Matt. I'm super excited to be here today. Yeah, let me kick us off with a little bit about our concept art. So over the years, as we develop heroes, the spark, the initial idea could come from anywhere. But this time round, it came from a joint idea by the gameplay design team and narrative team. So Alex's team came up with a really cool kit, codenamed Spike Tank, and Jude and her team had an awesome idea to put this character into the Freaks faction we developed really early on in Overwatch development, right? So this character was born from the two of those ideas coming together. And at the same time, he needed to be a tank in our gameplay. So he needed to be a big, burly presence on the battlefield. And yeah, so the earlier drawing you saw on the screen there, that was the initial sketch that we arrived to kick the team off, right? To give them a vision of where we were going to go.
Yeah, and like, you guys were joking with me before, like, so he got like left out in a playtest or playing. How did that happen?
Yeah, so Hazard really was kind of a perfect storm in terms of like getting his early prototype approved. One of our designers had this idea, offense is defense and the spikes and stuff, and he put it into a very, very early like kit bashed hero that actually ended up leaking into one of our bigger team-wide playtests. And we ended up, running that playtest and getting a bunch of positive feedback back that really, made the decision easy to go forward with this hero.
Yeah, he was probably like, I know this hero is awesome. Let me just slide this one, little morning present there for the playtest. And the narrative, Jude, does that come together at the same time? How does the narrative team kind of like work into all this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're working really close with the art team and gameplay too. We're trying to figure out how do we make the gameplay feel like his story, and how do we connect the story to the visuals that the art team is pulling together. We wanted someone real and relatable. I mean, I think heroes can come from anywhere, right? Yeah. So his story is one of struggle and resilience, and it kind of mirrors the Omnic crisis and the world post that, right? So he's really connected to our lore. But on the other side of that pain that he suffered through, he found the Freaks, you know, and that's a faction that we've talked about for a long time on the team, and we finally found a place and a way to bring them in with this great concept that they worked in. And I mean, there he found his family, right? You know, the body modders really helped him become who he was and express himself. His ideals are aligned with theirs, bodily autonomy, like finding yourself and fighting against the establishment that really let him down, you know?
Yeah, it's super cool how you guys kind of like come up with this whole backstory, like, and just kind of put it all together. And then it kind of probably goes back to you, Daryl, with like the aesthetics, right? So, okay, now he's like with the Freaks, and then you kind of have a base concept, and then how do you kind of work that in?
Yeah, tying Hazard into the Freaks really influenced his visual identity. Like his anti-establishment vibes that really tied in perfectly with his spiky silhouette that came from the codename Spike Tank, right? We really leaned into that. So yeah, besides him being this big, burly, tough guy, and scary sometimes as well, we also wanted to show how he also had a maybe softer side to him as well, right? Some charming side to him as well. So as his concept developed, it progressed, and we refined him into this more charming dude as well.
Hey, he's big, burly, he's got some spikes, but he's also relatable. He's nice, he's approachable, right?
Yep.
And I think it really kind of shines through with his gameplay, right? The gameplay kind of ties everything together, right, Kane?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the cool things that, you know, we have to figure out in tying those crystal and spike visuals into the gameplay kit is how do we make those crystals feel dangerous? How do we make the spikes on his back feel like they're telling you to stay away, but at the same time you're in a defensive posture and stuff like that. And so one of the cool things that we did is we worked on deciding what we were going to do. Were we going to have it be in third person when you go into Spike Guard, or were you going to be in first person, and what felt better for a first person shooter? And one of the things we do is we play test a bunch and iterate and go back and forth. And so ultimately we settled on going with the third person version, so you can see, like, you know, your field of enemies and stuff like that, but still show off that you're guarding.
Yeah, and then I guess, like, so then it kind of goes back to the concept, and you kind of have now all these colors added with I know joining the Freaks. And then do you guys revisit the narrative, Jude? Do you guys like kind of go back and tinker with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the concept artist, Kai, he had this belt buckle on Hazard of a dog. And I was like, that's really great. Can we make that a border terrier, a Scottish dog? And then suddenly he was a dog person, right? The dog is huge in his backstory. You saw the comic. And for everybody asking, the dog's name is Maisie. But yeah, I think that's just one of many things, many details that the art team really worked in. The pins on his shirt to show off his heritage as a Scottish person, his sort of punk attitude, and of course his hazardous nature as well.
It's just so cool, the level of detail that you guys go through to like just take everything, kind of like bring it together. And I'm sure this is like the ideal way that like a Hero Strike team works out.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, collaboration is what it's all about. And these were really good examples of how the team like kind of comes together and builds something special.
Yeah, and I know the community will resonate with the Hero. They already are. I mean, the VO stuff as well, it's like so good.
Yeah, Connor really killed it on the VO. I think he really brought the hero to life with that, and we love it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it just, he's a ton of fun to look like to play. I'm about to go play him. King, like, did you play him yet? I'm like, no, I'm about to. But thank you guys so much for joining me here with this developer update, giving us more insight into how Hazard kind of came to be, how he was developed, and everything that goes along with kind of crafting the narrative around the hero. And just to remind you guys, you can jump in and play him in-game right now for a limited time, goes through November 25th. So make sure you get back into game, you play him. But hey, well, stay tuned though, because we still got 2 more games, right? You can put Hazard, maybe put it on another monitor, keep our games up. You got to get those drops, right? And after this, we'll have Zoe back with the gang to start those last 2 matches of the day. We'll see you then.
Haz, this place is crawling with helix. I'd say be careful, but...
You know that's not my style. Has to be it. Go on, Susie. You're up.
Got my bag?
Aye. Always.
Told you we'd need extra guns!